Hello and welcome to the TCF live NBA draft coverage right here from the Content Cave. We are down here. We're sitting on the couch here, and Zion Williamson just got picked number 1 overall.
Shocking.
Are you surprised?
Oh, I couldn't believe it.
Couldn't believe it. But yes, Zion.
Boy, that stat hurts my heart.
What
the
was
first player to be drafted in the 2000s in NBA history.
Really?
That hurts my heart.
That makes me feel very old.
Yeah.
Very, very old.
That officially makes us old.
That makes us very old. But it is crazy that, I mean, what is he, 18 years old?
Yeah, 18 or 19.
Yeah, 18, 19 years ould, and we are 24, and we're doing a little coverage here from your basement, and he's about to be a multi-millionaire.
Well, the watch he's wearing tonight, Darren Ravel reported is worth like $112,000.
Darren Ravel. But, yeah, by no surprise, we got Zion Williamson here, and then we got about 4 minutes until the next pick, but we're also thinking that is going to be Ja Morant because these two picks have been kind of set for us for the last few months here already. So, Zion Williamson has been number 1 pick since he set his foot in NCAA court, college court for Duke.
Like, okay, here's my biggest thing is like, why do the Pelicans need that 5 minutes?
No,
everybody and their brother knew who the Pelicans were going to take there. Let's get this show on the road. Let's quit, pussyfooting around and just get to it. So it is what it is, but we could have been live like 5 minutes earlier.
Yeah. We could have waited, but I guess it's going to be a lot of us just talking about who do you want the Bulls to pick as the 7th pick?
Well, I think you're going to see probably this year. I'm anticipating some of the most draft day early lottery trades that we've seen in a long time. I think that the Raptors kind of helped change the narrative on things. I know there was a piece, I believe, in The Athletic just the other day where they discussed, kind of what has the changes been in the NBA with the lack of people that you're seeing in the winning NBA finals that were not lottery picks. And I think teams are finally realizing that maybe, jumping in and stretching for a guy in the lottery isn't the safest thing to do. I mean, you've seen teams do it for forever. And now teams are finally starting to kind of understand what's going on. So I think you're going to see a lot of trades happening tonight. I think Ja Morant's going to go 2. I think it's pretty obvious, especially the Grizzlies turning around yesterday and trading Mike Conley. That was big. I think that opens up the point guard spot. I think they're just going to go into this with the thought that Ja Morant is going to be their point guard for the next, hopefully, 10 to 12 years and kind of see where that rides out with him. But after 2, nothing is a certainty. I'm really excited to see the way things shake out, but a long-winded answer to get to your question, I would like to see the Bulls actually I want Cam Reddish. I'm going to go ahead and say it. I want Cam Reddish. But that's
if he falls to 7. We're thinking he will be because a lot of the mock drafts has shown that he is maybe going to fall in the top 10 somewhere. But that would be a nice pick for the Bulls to have.
As of right now, the mock draft that I have pulled up has Ja Morant obviously going 2nd, R.J. Barrett 3rd to the Knicks. I think that's kind of a can't miss. I like R.J. Barrett a lot. I think he's going to be a hell of a player. DeAndre Hunter at 4 to the Hawks, who just acquired that pick from the Lakers through the Pelicans, kind of that. However, that the Anthony Davis trade shook out. And then Darius Garland at 5 to the Cavaliers. And this is what kind of hurts my heart. Kobe White going 6 to Minnesota. If Kobe White's there, you take him if you're the Bulls. I think the Bulls desperately need a point guard. And coming off the board right now, we have Ja Morant out of Murray State going to the Grizzlies. So now is when things really get shaken. This mock draft I have has Jarrett Culver, the shooting guard out of Texas Tech, being the Bulls pick at 7. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how things shake down. I think you're going to see teams trade out. Minnesota just traded up into the 6th pick today. They're going to go out and get their guy. They need a point guard as well. So it'll be fun to watch. I'm excited to see the way things shake out.
Yeah, because I think the top 3 picks are pretty much written in stone. They have been. But after that, we're going to see what happens, what shakes out, and what the Bulls are going to do with the 7th pick. Are they going to be still there at 7, or are they going to move back? No one really knows at this point.
Exactly. I think they're, unfortunately, to me, with the way the trades have gone down, Atlanta moving up to 4, Minnesota moving up to 6, you see teams going after guys they want. I just have this horrible feeling that the Bulls are going to be stuck eating, yesterday's meal as leftovers. That scares me a little bit. But if you can get Jarrett Culver at 7, I don't feel like that's a leftover. If they stretch, and now the big buzz, and I don't know how much you've seen on Twitter, Zach, is the Jackson Hayes talk that's been going on, and I don't like that at all. Jackson Hayes is projected to be a 10 to 12. If the Bulls want to trade back to that and can acquire something else, then sure, but I don't think Jackson Hayes is the guy that the Bulls need to be moving up for. I just don't know if that's the right move there.
No, and I really think that the only way the Bulls can mess this up is if they pick out a position. If they pick a guy like a big center or something like that, or even a big man in general.
Well, that's the thing. Like Jackson Hayes is a power forward.
Was Cam Reddish,
and that has
6'10",
been all of the
6'10",
talk going on right now on Twitter today is that the Bulls just love Jackson Hayes. They love this kid from Texas.
They love the guy that they don't really need.
Yes. Same kind of similar situation with Rui Hachimura. I like Rui Hachimura, a big fan of him at Gonzaga. But again, he's a small forward, power forward that I don't really know if the Bulls are in desperate need of right now. Now, this will be interesting, and I don't know what you think about this. Do you think there's any possibility that Zach LaVine gets moved in order to maybe move up?
I don't know. I thought when I saw that the Anthony Davis trade went down, I actually thought that I was going to see Zach LaVine was traded within that pick.
Yeah,
I saw could have been a 3-team trade that involved the Bulls and LaVine. The Bulls would have got with Lonzo Ball. I think they would have gave up their 7th pick and got somebody else. I really did not like how that trade shook out, so I'm happy that did not happen. But yes.
Definitely.
I could see Lonzo Ball being moved. Zach LaVine being moved in the process. I would not like to see that happen, but I guess if it helps the Bulls in the long run, because I don't know that would be tough. I like Zach LaVine.
Would not mind seeing Zach LaVine go. I don't think when the Bulls are ready to compete that he's going to be a part of.
But he's a good player. He's an athletic player. He's a guy who can handle the ball. He's working on his shooting. His shooting's getting better. I mean, he's a pretty good shooter, and he has hops like no other. I mean, he can jump out of the building. But yeah, like you said, it wouldn't be. You wouldn't. I guess you wouldn't hate to see it happen because it would be all right for the Bulls to move on from that if it helps them going forward. But I just don't see the Bulls being able to do that. I feel like the Bulls,
and especially like a lot of the talk.
Do like what they usually do and kind of may mess it up.
Yeah, I hope not. But
sorry to be negative.
No, it's completely understandable the way things have gone. But the way that the talk was going, and this was happening before Minnesota moved up to 6 and Atlanta moved up to 4, was that hopefully the Bulls could move into one of those spots if they included a piece like Zach LaVine. Now, like I said, I don't foresee that happening now because of the Hawks and the Timberwolves moving up into those spots. They moved up to those spots for a reason. They're not going to trade out of it now. But we did have a listener chime in earlier when we posted about this, and I think we have a decent here. He has a decent argument. The Bulls trade down and go get Tyler Hero or another guard, because here's the thing, we've talked till we're blue in the face with the Bulls taking a point guard. There isn't another point guard available in this mock draft that I have up till the 20th overall pick. So if you don't get your Kobe White, your Darius Garland, or something along those lines, there's not going to be another point guard available for a long time. And then I feel like if the Bulls don't get a point guard at 7, you sit this one out and then you go try and get one a free agent, whether that's Pat Beverley, whether that's Terry Rozier. I'm fine either way, but I feel like if they're going to stretch and take someone, then it's not even worth, what we're doing here.
Yeah. And we got the next pick coming in here right now. They take R.J. Barrett. Big surprise there. if you're a Knicks fan, you're happy to see that. A little bit about the Knicks. Maybe they could be this is what they could be involved in. I've heard that if Kevin Durant was to maybe sign back with the Warriors, maybe the Warriors would trade him.
A little sign
and
and trade.
a little sign and trade, see what happens there. Maybe the Warriors should get a little bit of something out of it. But that's what has been floating around here, and I could see the Knicks being one of those teams that would love to do that.
Barrett in that trade for Kevin Durant. Is that what you're saying?
No. I'm just saying
okay.
with the Knicks, and then they get Kevin Durant
you.
with that. I'm just kind of throwing in some NBA talk here because it's kind of a long process here.
Definitely.
Even though I think
it actually moves along much better than like
the NFL. It was awful.
Yes.
Like I was saying, we didn't know we were doing our live show here at 8:00 coming up here on the Facebook Live, Typical Chicago Fans Facebook Live. But we didn't know if we were going to be able to do it because of the time. But we're going to have, I think, plenty of time here, especially with the Bulls pick at 7, that we will be able to know about that and still have some time for the show coming up here.
But if you're out there listening, let us know who you think. Maybe we're missing somebody. Yeah. My big guys, I think Kobe White is the guy I want, but I think he's going to get snatched right before the Bulls. I would be okay with Jarrett Culver, but if not, go ahead and trade down. I'm totally okay with trading down. You take that risk of this guy being an absolute stud. But, let us know if you guys got someone in mind. We'd love to hear from you. It's just this process playing out. This is it's technically the Lakers pick right now. We're sitting here at the 4th pick, but then we all know that this pick is actually going to go to the Atlanta Hawks, who have traded. So this is kind of a stepping stone moment, and I'll try and cover this as best as I can. But in the Anthony Davis deal cannot be finalized till, I believe, July 6th. So this pick from the Lakers was going to go to the Pelicans at 4. The Pelicans today have traded this 4th pick to Atlanta, and I honestly don't remember who it was for off the top of my head. But it'll be whoever the Lakers select here. Unfortunately, this kid's going to get a Lakers hat and have to play for them in the summer league, and he's never going to be a part of the team. So he is going to end up in Atlanta. So essentially the Lakers are picking for the Hawks right here. But I don't know, man. Like, I just love this time. Like, the NBA draft, and I don't know how you think about it, has always been my favorite draft. I like the MLB draft, but you know that you're not going to see guys for 2 to 5 years at best. Yeah. The NFL draft, I don't know. It's probably because I'm not the biggest MLB fan, or I'm sorry, NFL. Like, that's my 3rd or 4th favorite major sport. The hockey draft, same thing. You're not going to see guys for 2 to 5 years if you do see them. But I don't know, man. Is the NBA draft your favorite of the drafts?
Yeah, it's like you said, the best run.
Yeah,
in a way, it's quick. There's 2 rounds. There's not much.
It's done in one night.
It's done in one night. There's not much to it. The NFL draft, the first few rounds are always fun, but like I said, it takes so long. Major League Baseball draft is just crazy long.
I do like watching the first round of the Major League Baseball.
I've never watched it.
I watched it for like the last 5 years.
We will be talking about the NHL draft because we'll be talking about who the Blackhawks took. That was today. That's never really been into that one either. I don't even know I'm guessing it'd be like maybe on NHL Network or something.
Yeah, I'm sure.
But yeah, I would say the NBA draft is the one I look forward to the most.
Yeah, I agree. I think, like you said, the speed of it is to me the best, and it's only 2 rounds. Now, did you know? You might have known this, you might have not, Zach. Did you know that the NBA draft used to be like 15 rounds?
Are you serious?
Yeah.
How big were these teams?
I mean, they would just basically draft all these guys, bring them to camp, and then cut them all. So, yeah, it's like you said. I don't know. I'm trying to look up when the NHL draft is.
Today.
No, it's the 21st, which is tomorrow.
Oh, it's tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was today.
So yeah, the Blackhawks have the 3rd overall pick.
I wonder what I got the notification that they took 4th overall.
Yeah, I don't know where you're getting some of your information, but you need to check your sources because the Blackhawks definitely have the 4th pick, and it's tomorrow and not
pick,
today.
You mean?
3rd pick. Yeah, you told me they had the 4th pick. Let's see. The pick is in from the Lakers. They will be selecting.
See, I don't get why they can't just do it right now.
Yeah, they got to do all the TV nonsense.
They got to wait and. Oh, it was a draft primary. Let's see here.
No idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, me either.
Hey, kind of cool. Something a little late to keep your eye on. Local product from Nebraska. Played at Nebraska, but he's from a local town here near us. Isaiah Roby out of Dixon, Illinois. Projected right here to be the 44th overall pick to the Miami Heat. Hoping for the best for him. Saw him play a couple times in high school. It's always fun when there's local. And that's what I like most about the Major League Baseball draft is you do see kids a lot more locally get taken in the MLB draft as compared to every other league.
Yeah, I think I'm just stupid. I think I was just way off on what I thought here. Well, they had to go to commercial, but right as the pick is
right as the Lakers pick is coming in. So, yeah, I think there's a more efficient way to do this, but you know that ESPN is going to milk every single dollar that they have out of this, and that's like I said, we didn't know when to go live because you don't know how long it's going to take and when they're actually starting. We watched the parade of players get brought in for 8 minutes?
Yeah, we were.
They announced every possible first round player.
Because I didn't know how long it was going to be. They really don't set it out very well. They started at 6. They start the coverage at 6, and then they have the clock that says when it's going to start. And then they take the whole 5 minutes. Even if you don't take the full 5 minutes of the picks in early, they still keep the coverage moving. But it's just you never know with these things how long it's going to take. Yeah. With the NFL one, that was ridiculous.
Oh,
how long that 100%. Takes. And like you said, I think this one for people like me, maybe who can't pay attention for that long, one day is nice. To work with here. And you don't have to go into the next day. You don't have to worry about it the next day and the next day. Yeah. What is it? NFL drafts 3 days?
Yep. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yep.
Which I think is the first round of the NFL draft. Is that it's one night round?
The first round is the first night.
I think that's ridiculous.
And then 2 rounds first. 2 and 3 the next night, and then they finish it on the last.
I guess you can try to stretch it out as much as you can.
Hey, you got to get those dollars in, man. That's all they're concerned about.
What's the Bulls? Let's get back to some more Bulls talk here. Who is a free agent that you want the Bulls to look at right now? I am excited really excited that if the Bulls could sign Terry Rozier, I think that he'd be a great signing. Did you see the thing about Chris Paul? The Knicks, I think the Knicks turned him down.
Really? I did not see that.
It was somebody did not want Chris Paul.
Here's the problem.
Also heard that him and James Harden have not spoken to each other in months.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be a weird process, but with the contract that he has, no team really wants him. He would really
that's
hold up your salary cap, and he's not worth that kind of money right now.
Yeah, his contract is what a lot of people believe to say untradeable, and that's what scares a lot of teams away. Now, I like Chris Paul. I've been a Chris Paul fan for probably close to 10 years. So we do have the 4th overall pick coming in. This pick is
going to the Hawks then?
This pick is going to the Hawks.
Okay.
Via
the Lakers.
Via New Orleans, via the Lakers. Yep. And it is going to be DeAndre Hunter
from Virginia. I think
nice player.
Not really one that were on the Bulls' radar here. You would like to have him, but
he doesn't fit in the Bulls system. So
I would say if he would have fallen.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys. But yeah, that's weird though. It's a little bit of you could have been on the Lakers. Nope. You could have been on the Pelicans. Nope. Now you're gonna be a Hawk.
Exactly.
So that's kind of tough.
I think this is good for DeAndre Hunter. He's going to get an opportunity to see more playing time than he would in Los Angeles, than he would in New Orleans. So good for DeAndre Hunter. I think
he still would have gotten some playing time in New Orleans.
Yeah, it's all going to depend on. Yeah, you're probably right. At that power forward position. While
do they have the Hawks hat? Does he have a?
No, because that trade cannot be. I literally just said this. I know you were tweeting or doing something.
I understand that, but you don't got to put he's going to be on the Hawks.
Because the paperwork cannot be filed until July 6th. So he's actually. And if it goes later, there's also another date that is a deadline. If they don't make it by then, he'll have to play for the Lakers in Summer League.
Boomy, do you have some comments over
Yeah,
there?
we got a couple here.
I don't know what's up with this, but it's not.
Yeah, I think it's the operator.
No, it's just not. How would I?
I don't know.
With that?
It's just
you
your
fix it.
Magical touch.
Yeah,
I'm sure I could fix it in a second.
Yeah, right.
Egoy just chimed in and said, "Yeah, the draft coverage is on until midnight, so they're going to milk everything out of that."
Which is fine by me. I would love a draft go until midnight instead of going 2 days.
Exactly.
Honestly.
I would rather them just like give everybody like Adderall, all the owners and all the scouts, just give them a boatload.
Go
of
to like 4
and make them do it till like 5 or 6 in the morning.
Just a big party.
Yeah, exactly. Or here's a wild thought: like on Friday, like make a big event out of it in the NFL and start it at like 10 a.m.
Yeah,
and then do your first round one night, and then do rounds 2 through 7. Like I said, coffee and Adderall, just load everybody up, and then make them go for like 10 hours. But he also chimed in when you had asked about who's the players that you want to see the Bulls bring in. He brought up Pat Beverley. I would love to see Pat Beverley in a Bulls uniform because he has a smaller – I think the number he's going to ask for is going to be smaller than what Terry Rozier is going to ask for. Obviously, I don't want the Bulls to have anything to do with Chris Paul. Stay as far away from that as possible. That would be the absolute opposite of what the rebuild needs to do. So, yeah, I think Pat Beverley, for the money he brings in, being a Chicago guy, is like I said, as long as the money is reasonable, I'm all in. I love Pat Beverley.
I think that'd be a great. Also, he would mentor some of the young guys. I bet he's good.
Especially
if
like you do luck into a point guard here.
And yes, he's a little scrappy on the court, but if he's on the Bulls, I love it. The Bulls need a guy like that, especially for a rebuild. Put some fight in this team.
Yes.
I always thought. I know we had Joakim, but I always thought that maybe was a little what was missing from when Derrick Rose and they were going up against the Lakers. They needed somebody. I know you like him now, but
you mean the Cavaliers?
Oh, sorry, yeah, the Cavaliers. That would go after LeBron, and I mean Joakim went after him a few times, or I thought there'd be a little more scrappiness within the team. I think a guy like Patrick Beverley would be nice for the team.
100%.
I bet he's a great teammate. I know. Like,
I would love to play with him.
He's a little wild on the court, but he seems like
that's the kind
his
of guy
teammates love him.
Yeah, he's one of those guys like you hate him when he's not on your team, but you love him when he is on your team. So, and we're expecting some Woj bombs here tonight.
He's up here right now. He's I wonder where he is.
We do have a comment. Joe LaRucci, hope I'm pronouncing that right, Joe. Our hope. My biggest hope is that somehow Kobe White falls to the Bulls. If not,
I think I saw he's projected the 6th best player on the board overall.
Yep.
So and the Bulls have 7, so we'll have to see about that. The Bulls
but also
are gonna have to get lucky.
The issue there is with the Timberwolves moving up, it is widely believed that the Timberwolves want Kobe White.
Yes. So
he said he's hoping for the kid from Texas Tech. That's my number 2 option, Joe. I like that pick a lot. I think Jarrett Culver's going to be a hell of a player.
But I just seen he is 3rd best available right now. So we'll get
lucky.
Sit him right with the Bulls.
Thanks, Joe. Appreciate the comment, man. I think this is going to be interesting. To me, in my brain, there's only a few certain picks that Garpax can do to screw this up, but they've shown in the past that you give them an inch and they'll take that mile and screw this up somehow. If they stretch and take this kid from Texas, that is a mistake in my opinion. And I hope to God I'm wrong. I hope he's an all-star if they do take him. But like you have up here right now, Kobe White, Jay Billis is best available. Kobe White, Darius Garland. I am not that big on Darius Garland. Kind of getting back a little bit to Joe's question. A lot of people are big on Darius Garland. He's coming off an ACL. He didn't play. He's not a bad player, but he also didn't play at a great school. He didn't win a lot of games. I would much rather have Kobe White. But I just have this bad feeling in my gut. Kobe White is going to get selected 6th by the Minnesota Timberwolves.
We have 50 seconds left until this pick. You can see that in the background.
Yep.
I don't get why the pick is in. I don't get why we can't just keep it moving. But like you said, they want to get the coverage in.
This could be an upset pick here. You could see Kobe White going right here.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big. These next 2
Cavaliers.
picks right here are big for the Bulls. Yes, they pick at 7, but you want to see who is picked up because you know who you want, Kobe White. And then if he gets picked, it's kind of up in the air at that point. I know we want the guy from Texas Tech. Maybe he could go after too. Who knows?
Yeah.
And then we'll have to see if we get
now
the
you're
guy
sitting
from Vanderbilt.
5, 6, 7. So one of these 3 guys is going to be available: Kobe White, Darius Garland, or
the Bulls
Jarrett
are going
Culver.
to pick one of those 3 guys,
and Cam Reddish.
Yeah, you said maybe Cam Reddish falls too. You've seen that. So the pick
But I also
is,
think
and we
for
got
what the
1
Bulls
second.
need is a point guard, and
Yeah, so
Cam Reddish is not a point guard.
And the problem, like you said, you're not the biggest guy on Darius Garland, and I think that the Bulls are going to go after a point guard, and those two left
That could be it. This pick is huge right here
for the
Cavaliers. This will be interesting. They took
Cavaliers.
Colin Sexton last year at the 2 guard, and it looks like it's going to be
Darius Garland. So Kobe White's still available. Cam Reddish still available.
This, so far, the mock draft I have up, I have to give a shout out to NBADraft.net. They are 5 for 5 on their picks right now. Maybe they know something we don't, but
they probably do.
5 for 5. They project Kobe White going right here to the Minnesota Timberwolves. If, like I said, if somehow he is left, I think you go get Kobe White. I don't mind taking Culver.
I liked this pick from the Bulls' favor because you really went the highest on Darius Garland, and they took him 5th overall. Your guys that you want are still there,
yep.
And it's a kind of a pick like for people like me and you who aren't the highest on him. The Bulls can't mess it up at that point.
We got a couple comments. Yeah, thank you, Joe. I have no idea why Darius Garland is wearing a bathrobe. He said, is Darius Garland wearing a bathrobe? Yes, that's exactly what it looks like. When he walked on stage in the player announcements, I'm like, what the hell is this guy wearing?
You see that Zion was wearing the exact same thing that LeBron wore the night he got drafted.
Love it. Love it.
Insight there.
We got Renee Artiega chiming in. He's hoping for Garland or Culver. Well, hopefully for your sake, you might get one of them, or you're not going to get one of them, but you might get your guy. Renee, I'm curious as to what your thoughts on. I know Renee went to high school with him. Shout out. Actually, just ran a half marathon, something me and you could never ever do.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
But I was just curious, Renee, what is your take on Kobe White? Is there a reason you don't include him in those 3? Love to hear what your thoughts. Egoy said Denzel Valentine, cough. Wendell Carter, so far I know he was hurt, but there are a lot better ones than him in 2018. Pelicans still at 8, 17, and 35. Did Barrett go? I was taking a nap.
No, yeah, he went.
Yes, of course he did.
He just magically fell to the Bulls.
Yeah.
Oh
my God. But no, he said his bull. Well, yeah, I was actually going to ask you this. What if the Bulls trade out of the 7 pick and go to the mid-teens? I know the Bulls are stacked at the power forward and the center position. I don't care what Egoy says. I like Wendell Carter. He was hurt. He's going to be a good player.
Yeah,
he was a good pick at the
spot. I like Wendell Carter. I think he's going to be a good player going forward. He needs to stay healthy. But, I mean, his rookie year, how do you know if he's injury-prone in first year?
But in my dumb brain, like if you're sitting at – like if you trade down and get, let's say, the 15th pick and Bull is there, do you take him just because he's 7'2"?
I don't know.
I do, 100%. My dumb brain says 7'2".
Remember we sat here last year, and who did we say the same thing about last year?
Mo Bamba.
Mo Bamba.
Does anybody else in the NBA have a song named after him? Mo Bamba was actually on the all-rookie first team.
I understand that, but we do the same thing with height. We just see height. We want height.
Dude, but like that's my dumb brain.
Yes, I understand that.
The
only thing you worry about is with like injuries and stuff like that.
And he did tear an ACL at Oregon.
And guys like that.
That's scary.
If you're tall and skinny, it's going to
But 7'2".
So I understand that, but like you said, we just like height. We like.
I know we're dumb.
But
we can all agree on that.
We'll have to see if they move down. Who was the other guy? Hero.
Tyler Hero, shooting guard. He's actually from Wisconsin.
That's another guy they were saying if they were to move down.
I would love to see that.
Maybe they could get him. That would be a good pick. We're going to have to see the guy. The Suns got about 2 minutes here.
But this pick is not going to the Suns. This pick is going to the Minnesota Timberwolves.
So we'll have to see what they want. Are they maybe looking for a point guard too? Because I don't think Ricky Rubio is going to be back. I think also, like we were talking about, Ricky Rubio could be a guy the Bulls look at as maybe a backup point guard.
Yes.
Or something like that. So we'll have to see what the Timberwolves are looking to pick.
Ricky Rubio does not play for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Who's he play for? Did he play for the Utah Jazz
for like 3 years?
Okay, I kind of tied it 3 years.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Let me see. Look it up.
I'm pulling it up.
I don't think it's been that long.
Oh, 2 years. I'm sorry.
Either way. The
No,
Bulls,
I actually don't.
I tied it all the way back to the Bulls.
Yeah, exactly. This, like I said, they're going to be making this pick for the Timberwolves. Like I said, unfortunately, in my heart, I just have this feeling that this pick is going to be Kobe White. We do have Renee finally answers back. Thanks, Renee. He says, I just think that Garland has more upside than Kobe White, but I understand Garland has could be a bigger bust. Yeah, this also probably goes to my dumb brain, Zach. Any guy that has an injury, especially an ACL injury, that scares the
it's always
shit out of me.
tough coming off of an injury like that, going straight to NBA. And like you said, you just kind of worry about maybe the after. There could always be an after effect of a ACL.
Yeah,
so
we all got very positive and like, oh, D Rose will come back, and then we've kind of been a little bit jaded.
Basketball is one of those sports that a knee injury could really nag you overall.
Exactly.
Moving forward, it could be a problem. So I mean, at this point, you really shouldn't worry about it because they're young guys. They should be able to bounce back quickly, but you don't know. It's a big risk at this point because you're giving up a lot for it. You're giving up a fifth pick for it. So you have to really be confident in the guy. You got to be going to because all the interviews and stuff going forward. You have to know that he is in the right mindset and is ready going forward to. Be ready. I would not want a guy who's not ready for training camp. Let's just say that.
Exactly.
If you're not going to be there for training camp, then I would rather not take you unless you're like a really amazing player. Unless you're a Zion or a top. Like I would say Zion and Ja Morant were two players that could probably be injured and would have gotten picked in the same spot.
Yeah.
Maybe not even Ja Morant, but Zion for sure.
Definitely.
So I think knowing he's going to be ready for the regular season helps his stock a lot.
I agree. I think that's a good assessment. This pick has got me a little bit on edge right here because I feel like it's down to two guys. I actually am not going to hate either one the Bulls end up with. I like Jarrett Culver. I thought he had a great NCAA tournament. I think he's a sophomore, so he's not that old. It's not like he's played, all of his years there. At Texas Tech. I think that either way, this is going to be a good opportunity. Now, like I said, my biggest fear is that the Bulls come in with either Jarrett Culver or Kobe White on the board and take someone like Jackson Hayes.
Why don't they use the phone? I like how in the NFL they call on the phone.
They used to. They don't do that anymore.
They should do that still. I think that's a cool process. They took Jarrett Culver. So Kobe White is still there, and I think that is who the Bulls are going to take.
Oh, please make it happen.
At this I'm not going to even say it because I'm just going to wish it.
Just for the love of God, do not go draft Jackson Hayes at 7.
It's going to be a stressful 5 minutes here because you just don't trust this team to make the right choices.
Exactly.
So please prove me wrong here. If you're watching, it's about to get real because the Bulls are coming up here. They are on the clock. The clock has not started yet, but they will be here in any time now, I think. And then we'll have to worry about who they are going to take. I know it's bad to say, but yes, you do have to worry about it. You have to worry about what these guys are going to do.
Just some of the decisions that have been made in the past just make me fearful of what's going to happen. Twitter is amazing right now. Everybody is basically tweeting at the Bulls. Please just go take Kobe White. Like I said, the thing that worries me the most, the stuff I've seen on Twitter, is that they stretch for someone here, and Garpax have been horrible about stretching for guys in the past, and that scares me, man. That scares me here. Please do not go take someone you don't have to. Don't go take this kid from France. I don't know enough, and I don't know. How do you think about that with guys that from overseas? Did you think last year there was any chance that Luka Doncic was going to be as good as he is in the NBA?
With these guys, these top prospects going into college, going overseas and playing instead of going to playing college, I think you're going to get less and less worried about something like that. I think it's going to go by the wayside. And I think that it's going to push the process of letting guys go straight to the NBA.
Yep.
I think that's really what this whole movement's trying to move. And I think even they have said that in a few years here that it's going the one and dones are going to be done, and you're going to
They're going back to let high school kids
the
in.
Bulls
The
are
pit
officially on the clock
clock.
now. I don't know why we just have Jimmy Butler come up right when we do
Yeah, I
that
don't
in a
know
Bulls uniform. I don't know what's we have it muted, so I don't know what's going on here, but that could go away.
Yeah,
It's kind of depressing in a
Over
moment
Jimmy
like this.
Butler.
I would rather not see that.
Now the kid I was referring to, Zach, the Seiko Dumboya.
Okay.
Now he is a nice player, 6'9", 230. He's small forward out
A lot
of Guinea.
laptops in one place. What?
Guinea. You ever heard of that? Did you know there was a country called Guinea?
No.
Guinea, maybe. I don't know exactly how it's pronounced, but it's spelled like guinea pig. But this is we talked about this with Zion. Siku was born almost in 2001. Siku was 10 months old when September 11th happened.
It was 6 years after I was born.
You're getting old, man.
That's insane.
I've come to the grips with it. I'm okay with it.
I get, but like, that's crazy. And he's about to be making millions.
I'm about to knock Igoy out of this being able to comment.
What is he saying?
Said Taco Fall ?
Stop it.
If the Bulls would sign Taco Fall as an undrafted free agent, I wouldn't hate it.
No.
But again, this is just my dumb brain. Like, he's that big. He just put him around the basket, throw him the ball.
Times like this should not be that like we shouldn't be that worried about times like this, but you just don't know what this team's going to do until they take Kobe White right here. It's
now we kind of talked about this with Isaiah Roby, the local kid from Nebraska. That's projected to go 44th overall. Now, here's another one I want to talk about, and I don't know if you saw him play in high school. I saw him play a couple times out of Iowa State and Chicago Simeon. Talon Horton-Tucker comes out of Iowa State after 1 year. He was the one with Ayo Dosunmu at Illinois. Remember, there was that whole falling out thing. And
the Bulls had the fewest wins since 2001.
Yeah, we don't need to.
What is that all about?
Well, we stink.
What is that all about?
So, like I was saying, though, this kid goes to Iowa State, doesn't go to Illinois, declares for the draft, stays in. Right now, he is projected to be the 60th and final overall pick. That's tough. Why would you not go back for another year? Like, someone is telling him the wrong information.
I would definitely go back for another year because the draft's going to be a lot more mixed up next year. There's going to be a lot.
It's not going to be as top heavy. And I think a year under his belt, like, he'll probably go play in the G League, but, man, I know the money's there, but you're going to be the last pick, at least projected. I mean, you've got to be smart.
Chauncey Billup has some team direction here for the Bulls. Point guard, veteran wings, leadership. That's perfect. That's beautiful. That's exactly what the Bulls need right now. They got to go out and get Kobe White right here. Maybe go get a guy like Patrick Beverley or Terry Rozier. Ooh. Or maybe another veteran point guard like
let
that,
him build
and
something.
let him mentor him and see what happens. Because I think Chris Dunn is not going to be with the Bulls when they're good going forward.
Thank God. We did have another comment in from Joe. Ayo projected as a top 10 pick for next year. Exactly. He was smart. Ayo Dosunmu goes back to Illinois, was maybe going to be a second-round pick, was probably not going to be a first-round pick this year, goes back to Illinois. And now he is looking at a top 10. The Bulls selection is in. Adam Silver is at the podium.
Who are we going to pick here? Show me.
Kobe White. Kobe White it is. Kobe White. Let's go. Kobe White is a Chicago Bull.
Let's go. Chicago Bulls to Kobe White did the right thing, the right guy in the right moment.
This video could come back to haunt us because we both just got very excited.
I don't care.
This is the right pick. This is the right pick. They made the right choice to the best.
Anybody in, like, let's say after the last two, even John, you could be a bust. Any of these guys could be a bust. I'm not going to not be happy about a guy that I think the Bulls need. They picked the right guy in the right moment. They didn't try and, like you said, go out and get a guy that maybe is like a big guy or a Cam Reddish. I understand maybe that Cam Reddish is going to be good, but he fell for a reason.
Exactly.
And this is a need. The Bulls need a point guard, a young point guard. Yes, maybe he's not going to work out, but I have more. We need a guy because Chris Dunn's not the guy.
No,
he's not the guy.
Completely agree.
So I'm ready for the Bulls to go with Kobe White. That might mean Chris Dunn is done with the Bulls, and maybe go out and get a veteran point guard that is maybe later in his career and is looking to mentor a guy like that and see what happens.
Yeah, I think, like you said, they didn't try to make the flashy pick. And the flashy picks have come back to bite the Bulls in the ass so many times. Trading up for Doug McDermott, who I don't even know if Doug McDermott, I'm sure he's in the NBA, but who cares, right? They trade a guy in Gary Harris who plays significant minutes on a good Denver team. They try to make those flashy moves, and they come back, and like I said, they bite him in the ass, and now they make the smart pick. It's a good fit. They finally did something right. It feels good. I still love Wendell Carter from last year. I don't care that he got hurt. He's going to be a great player. I like this pick a lot. I hope this doesn't come back and bite us in the ass. I think he's going to be a good player. I like what he did at North Carolina. I love the hair. Let's go, man. I love this.
It's a good pick. Like I said, who knows? Like I said, these guys, you don't know what's going to happen.
I mean, this kid's 19 years old, for God's sake.
The Bulls did the right thing in the moment. They picked the guy that they needed. Kobe White fell to the Bulls. He was supposed to be, I said, be a 5th or 6th pick.
Yep.
Fell to them, and I'm excited about it. We should be excited about it.
I agree.
The Garpax did the right thing right here.
They
didn't screw it up. They didn't make us mad. And I love the hair too.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
He was, but you also hated it at one point. Remember during the NCAA tournament, and his big fro was bothering you a lot.
Yeah, it was. So forget about that. That didn't even happen.
That never happened.
I was talking about somebody else.
Oh, okay. Like you said, they didn't screw it up. This is good. Get him out there, get him working. And like you said, I think the biggest thing here is to go out and spend, smart money, but conservatively. Go out and get Pat Beverley for a decent contract. Let this kid learn underneath him. And, maybe we shop Chris Dunn. Now, I did find out something on Twitter just a minute ago that Chris Dunn and Kobe White have the same agent.
Oh, so
that will be interesting.
That'll be interesting. I still think that there's a chance that Chris Dunn is the starting point guard for the Bulls.
Yeah, and that's
forward.
okay.
And that's fine. Like you said, he wouldn't be a bad mentor either. I'm not saying that Chris Dunn's the worst point guard there is. There's still potential in Chris Dunn, and I'm excited about it. Is that Wendell Carter Jr.?
I don't know. I didn't see. Yeah, and like coming back to it, I know we're talking a lot about the pick here, but for obvious reasons, I think Kobe White might have been the fastest guy in the lottery. I think that, you get a guy that can get out and get the ball at floor with the young core that the Bulls are building with, even like a veteran like Zach LaVine, but now you can have Kobe White at the 1, Zach LaVine, Lowry, Wendell Carter, and then you still have Otto Porter. That's a young enough group that you can get out and run and try and score a lot of points. I think this is a big upgrade. I think this is a big upgrade from Chris Dunn, and it really, really makes my heart happy knowing that Garpax did the right thing.
Yes, I love it. We know what? We're going to go get ready for our show here.
Yeah, tune in. 8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. We'll be talking Cubs, Sox. They had the crosstown. They started the 2 games they got at Wrigley Field for the crosstown rivalry, the crosstown cup they're looking at. We're going to be going in maybe a little bit of NBA talk. There's some free agency going forward and much more at 8 o'clock right here on Typical Chicago Fans Facebook Live. I am Zach Lilia. You can follow me at ZLilja, Lilja, TCF on Twitter. Main page at Typical_Chicago. The Loop Sports at the Loop_Sports. And then you are here on Facebook Live, Typical Chicago Fans, and then the Loop Sports on Facebook.
Make sure to follow me on Twitter at BoomyTCF. But like we said, in about 35 minutes, come right back here to this Facebook page. And we will be live. We're going to move right over to the bar, and we're going to give you everything. We got Cubs, Sox. We got Bulls. We got some Blackhawks talk. I got a couple names that I know you've never heard of because you don't follow amateur hockey, but I got a couple names we're going to toss out for the Blackhawks.
Do you follow amateur hockey?
No, but I looked up some names for you. We're going to talk a little bit about their draft. And then also we have another Bulls pick coming at 38. So let's see what happens. But follow me on Twitter at BoomyTCF, but we'll see you guys in like 35 minutes.
We'll be back over there. It will be at 8 o'clock right here on Typical Chicago Fans Facebook Live. We will see you soon.
Peace.